What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into a conversation that has been circulating all over social media, comment sections, and fan groups. We're talking about Tisha's extended no-show, what it means, why fans are frustrated, and how her silence is creating ripple effects across the entire new season. And we're not stopping there. We're unpacking Destiny's drop-off, Leticia's stalled momentum, Kimmy's shift in direction, and even how Melody's absence has amplified the lack of leadership. Plus, we're going to break down the drama involving Cammy, Miss Nail, and Besma Bandit and explain exactly why the season feels so different this time around. So grab a snack, get comfortable, hit that like button, and let's jump right into the breakdown. First up, let's talk about Tisha, because her absence is not just noticeable, it's loud. If you've been following the show and the cast's social media presence, then you already know that expectations for Tisha were sky high going into the season. She had built a solid foundation with viewers, especially through her T-shirt Tuesdays. Fans tuned in every week to hear her commentary on the latest episodes, get her perspective on the drama, and enjoy her engaging personality. She had created consistency, a rhythm, and a space where the community felt connected and involved. That's a big deal in the world of reality TV, where connecting with your audience is half the game. But now, suddenly, silence. Nothing. At first, people took it lightly. Maybe she needed a break. Maybe the hiatus of the show influenced her posting schedule. Maybe she was preparing something new. It's natural to give someone the benefit of the doubt, especially when they've built trust with an audience. But the issue is that the show is back. The episodes are airing. The drama is unfolding. The cast is active, and Tisha still nowhere to be found. Still no return to her segment, still no explanation, and now fans are starting to question what happened and why she didn't follow through with her promises. She had committed to recapping episodes, engaging with viewers, and keeping the energy alive. But here we are, weeks later, with fans asking the same question over and over. Where is she? Why isn't she showing up? And is this another abandoned segment? But unfortunately, Tisha isn't the only one. The issue of disappearing segments goes deeper, and the next example is Destiny. Destiny had something with real potential, Mental Mondays. This was her chance to add value, offer insight, and give viewers a clearer understanding of what happened during the week's episode. When she showed up, she did it well. She was relatable, transparent, and thoughtful. But the key word here is when she showed up, because the consistency simply wasn't there. Some weeks, Mental Monday happened. Other weeks, it turned into Terrible Tuesday. Sometimes it didn't happen at all. Fans came to the comments asking questions, wondering what was going on, trying to understand whether the segment was canceled or if Destiny was simply doing it when she felt like it. And again, this isn't just about not posting. It's about starting something with energy and promise, hyping it up, getting people excited, and then disappearing once the momentum is built. That creates frustration, confusion, and a sense that the viewers are being taken for granted. When you build a platform online and people invest their time and attention into you, consistency becomes a form of respect. And sadly, fans feel that the cast is lacking that commitment. Now let's shift to Leticia, because her situation is another example of a strong start with a disappointing follow-through. When she launched Teach Tuesdays and began promoting her daughter's hair care line, fans were genuinely excited. They showed up for her business launch, purchased products, shared reviews, and supported her journey. She had engagement, traction, and a community rallying behind her. But somewhere along the line, the updates stopped flowing. The promotional energy dropped, the excitement began to fade because she wasn't feeding it anymore. Fans started asking, what happened? Is Teach Tuesdays still a thing? Are there new products? What's going on with the business? And once again, the momentum fizzled out because the consistency wasn't maintained. It raises concerns about whether these cast members are initiating projects with genuine passion or simply launching them for temporary attention and a quick buzz. Audiences today are smart. They can tell when someone is committed and when someone is just performing for the moment. And with Leticia, the sudden quietness left people feeling like the hype wasn't backed by long-term dedication. Next up, we have Kimmy, who is dealing with a slightly different dynamic, but still contributing to the overall sense of inconsistency this season. Kimmy has always been known as one of the more grounded and hardworking members of the cast. She started off as a nurse, balancing her profession with her role on the show. Fans respected her because she came across as someone who didn't rely on drama to make an impact. Going into this season, there were high expectations for her to step up as one of the primary leads, especially with the shifting cast dynamics. However, things shifted. Kimmy became increasingly involved in other ventures: real estate, cooking, business roles connected to her husband, and those outside commitments began to overshadow her own projects. Her screen presence felt different, less focused, and less central. The leadership role fans assumed she would take never quite materialized, not because she lacked the ability, but because her attention was divided. This created another gap in the show, leaving viewers unsure who to follow and who was steering the narrative. A season without a clear lead, without a grounded voice, feels scattered and directionless, and Kimmy's shift contributed to that sense of uncertainty. And then there's the drama trio: Cammy, Miss Nail, and Besma Bandit. The latest episode was packed with tension as conflicts rose and confrontations reached boiling points. Cammy prepared to address Miss Nail directly. Tempers flared, accusations flew, and the entire situation escalated quickly. This was prime material for commentary, and who was supposed to be delivering that commentary? Tisha. In previous seasons, Tisha's recaps helped viewers process chaotic episodes by offering additional context, clarifying misunderstandings, or even calming tensions with her insights. Without her voice, fans were left watching an unresolved mess with no follow-up explanation. Instead of getting guided commentary or a clear breakdown of the events, viewers had to piece things together themselves. That lack of mediation, that absence of a strong perspective or explanation, made the drama feel disjointed and less enjoyable. Because commentary isn't just extra content, it's part of how fans experience and understand the storylines. Tisha's no-show created a void, and no one else stepped up to fill it. Now, let's zoom out and look at the broader picture, because the impact of Tisha's absence goes beyond her personal grant. Without Tisha's T-shirt Tuesdays, without Destiny consistently showing up for Mental Mondays, and without Leticia maintaining momentum with her projects, the entire season feels empty. There's a noticeable drop in engagement, energy, and connection. The episodes are still airing, the cast is still present, and Dr. Francis remains one of the few reliable voices. But one consistent cast member cannot sustain the weight of the entire season. Fans crave connection. They want commentary, follow-ups, reactions, and supplemental content that keeps them engaged between episodes. When those pieces disappear, the season loses the rhythm that once made it exciting. Consistency is everything, especially in the digital age where audience attention is hard to capture and even harder to keep. Fans aren't just watching the show, they're investing emotionally, following social media updates, interacting with cast members, and looking forward to weekly segments. When a cast member starts something promising and then abandons it, it sends a message, intentional or not, that the audience's time and investment aren't valued. Tisha had momentum and community support, but she didn't maintain it. Destiny had a platform with real potential, but she didn't nurture it. Leticia had excitement around her business, but she didn't capitalize on it long term. Kimmy had the potential to be a leader, but the distractions changed her trajectory. This isn't about one person falling short, it's a collective breakdown affecting the entire season's flow. Now, let's talk about the ripple effect, because this is where things get really interesting. When Tisha stopped doing T-shirt Tuesdays, it didn't just affect her viewers, it affected the entire cast dynamic. Her commentary provided structure and continuity, which helped fans understand the story arcs. Without her voice, everything feels scattered. Destiny didn't step up consistently enough to fill the void. Leticia's momentum wasn't strong enough to carry engagement. Kimmy didn't take the leadership role people expected. And Cammy and Miss Nail's drama, without commentary, feels unresolved and messy. Even Melody's absence becomes even more noticeable because the other cast members aren't compensating for it with consistent engagement or leadership. The season feels like a puzzle with missing pieces. The picture is there, but the gaps disrupt the full experience. This is why so many viewers say the season feels off. It's not that the storylines aren't compelling, it's not that the cast isn't delivering drama. The issue is that the cast members who used to connect all the dots, who used to make the show feel coherent and supported, aren't showing up anymore. Without that consistency, fans feel less connected, less excited, and less invested. Engagement is missing, leadership is missing, follow-through is missing, and that creates an experience that feels incomplete. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Tisha's absence is temporary? Is it strategic? Is it a sign of something deeper happening behind the scenes? Do you think Destiny or Leticia should step up and fill the gap? And what do you make of the shifting roles of Kimmy and Cammy this season? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'll be reading and replying to as many as I can. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.